equipo en Sevilla. Es una victoria, sea como sea. La prioridad es un resultado para, a partir de ahí, empezar a levantar la moral del equipo.
You're absolutely right. That's all I've been thinking about since the moment I came here, but certainly since coming off the pitch on Wednesday night. We need to win tomorrow, but I think that it's empty to say that it's a must-win game, because I believe every game is a must-win game for Valencia. I don't think it changes. Whoever the coach is, whoever the players are, that's the expectation. And you're right, tomorrow we need a performance, we need a result. We need to show an incredible amount of desire to build the faith back up in ourselves. Because obviously Wednesday night was a bad night for us.
Siguiente pregunta.
Mister Pablo García, Deportes 4, después de lo vivido en los últimos días, los resultados, las quejas de la afición, ¿entendería el no ganar mañana como un ultimátum?
No, I'm not thinking in this way. As a coach, you cannot think in this way. You have to think about doing the right work, good work, working as hard as you possibly can, and thinking about the fact that eventually this will turn and that the work that we're doing will start to pay off. No, I don't think of the game like this at all.
Muy buenas, aquí, tema del taller deportivo de Sportju. La noche vivida y la llegada aquí a Paterna el pasado, después del partido contra el Fútbol Club Barcelona, yo en 18 años que llevo cubriendo la información del Valencia no recordaba algo igual. Supongo que habrá sido esta una de las peores noches de su carrera. ¿Y cómo le afectó eso a nivel personal?
I'm a strange type of person, I think, in that I was driving on that bus, coming down the road, and we could see the fans as we entered to the training ground here, and all I could think was, wow, I've not seen fans as passionate as that in my football career. And I know that it wasn't a good passion for us to experience on Wednesday night, but my message to the players on Thursday morning was, imagine how passionate these fans will be when it's good. And that's all you have to think about. And maybe I'm the only person that can take an incredible positive out of a negative like that. But when I see the veins appearing in the fans' faces, and I see the passion, the anger, the fight, I can only imagine that same in reverse when it's good. And that's all I think about. And that to me is the type of person I am. And I agree, you said you've never seen anything like it, but from my point of view, I see that as the greatest challenge, to make those people love us again, because they are the most important people in the football club. I'm a football fan myself. I hurt when they hurt, and I know that obviously on Wednesday night was a very bad moment for them, it was a bad moment for us, and we suffer together. There's no one happy with what happened, but we have to take the positives from it, and we have to look at how we turn that around into something that makes these fans passionate in the positive very quickly.
Buenas tardes, mister. Me gustaría saber, más allá de la dolorosa derrota en la Copa, son ya demasiadas jornadas sin ganar del Valencia y de usted, si ha cambiado algo en estos últimos días, a pesar de que tiene poco tiempo. Es decir, ¿usted cambia algo buscando esa reacción o considera que está en el camino correcto y solo hay que esperar?
Yeah. You're right, I've not been a lot of time, and you know, there are obviously things, I knew what I was getting into, I knew the programme, I knew that we had a game every 3 days, I knew that the time on the training pitch was going to be restricted, and there can be no excuses. You know, we have to win games. Last Sunday was, for me, I felt as though in the previous 10 days to last Sunday, we really were getting somewhere, that I could see a team developing, the structure, and somehow in this last 2 or 3 days we have to remind ourselves of the fact that we deserved to win last Sunday against Sporting here on 3-4-0. I think everybody saw that. And we have to look upon Wednesday night, and the only way we can look upon it in sport is an accident. That's the only way we can look upon it, because tomorrow we have to prepare for another game for this football club, and we cannot dwell on what happened on Wednesday night, as painful as it was. I can see big changes in this last 5-6 weeks. There are some things that obviously I'd still like to do and still like to change in respect of more time on the training field with the players. I know that it's not time to say this, but I really believe in the players. I believe that they have the best interests of this club at heart. I'm happy for you since Wednesday night to criticise me, and I'll take all the criticism and responsibility for what happened on Wednesday night. I want to take criticism and responsibility for what happened on Wednesday night as the coach of a football club. But my players are trying their absolute very best, and tomorrow we go out onto the pitch to fight for the shirt again, to show the Valencia fans that we can produce not just better performances like I think we had done pre-Barcelona, but start to get the results and maybe just that little bit of luck that'll go our way. If you look at the games previous to Barcelona, we deserved to beat Sporting Gijón. We won in Las Palmas. In Deportivo we had chances to win the game, I think 2-3, even though they could argue they had some moments in the second half. So I think that when football turns, I do believe it will turn. I believe it will turn in the next period very quickly. I've always believed that, and my belief won't waver. I'm a positive person and know the work that we're doing is good, and know that the work that the players are doing is good.
Hola Gary, buenas tardes. Ignacio de Diario de Mestallán. ¿Le preocupa más el estado anímico de su equipo que aspectos técnicos de cara al partido de mañana?
I think that obviously that's a consideration after Wednesday night, after a defeat like that. But I've seen 4, 5, 6 players respond, and I'm not going to say how they've responded. I've just seen things that I've seen in this last 2 or 3 days that make me think that we've all had enough. We've had enough of the suffering, we've had enough of not winning matches, that now it's about putting in the most work we've ever worked in our lives. And that's the way in which you only ever turn around bad moments, is to work harder. And I've seen responses from numerous players, and I hope that can continue onto the pitch tomorrow, and I'll be supporting them 100% in helping them in every way that I possibly can. Because we know how big tomorrow is. It's a game that everyone's looking forward to. I'm looking forward to it, and I don't think negatively going into this match at all. I'm thinking positively.
Agueda de Antena 3 Televisión, usted que como jugador lo ha ganado todo, ¿es el peor momento el que está viviendo ahora como deportista de élite?
No. No, I honestly, obviously I've had a lot of people contact me in the last couple of days who know me very well, and they ask me how I am, and I say, do you know something, I'm having the most exhilarating experience, a fantastic time. I believe the work that we're doing is very good. I believe in myself, I believe in the players, and I think from my point of view, I look at this time as one that will make me stronger, that will make the team stronger, that will make the club stronger. And I know that it's a tough time for everybody in respect to the fact that what's happened in these last 2 or 3 days, but hard work is the only thing that ever changes things, in my opinion, and we have to work incredibly hard now to win the faith back after what happened on Wednesday night. I have to work hard to win the faith back of the fans and obviously of the people at the club, not the players, me. I have to take responsibility. And from my point of view, no, I don't see it as being the worst experience in my football career. You know, I lost in Champions League semi-finals, I lost titles on the very last day of the season, I lost in FA Cup finals. I've had bad moments. People don't think I've had bad moments, but we lost numerous times with England in tournaments, and all these were incredibly difficult experiences at the time, but only to serve to make you tougher and stronger and ready for moments like this. And now is where Gary Neville needs to deliver. Gary Neville needs to use all the experiences that he's had in his football career. As much as people will point towards the fact that I'm an inexperienced coach, I've had a lot of experience in circumstances of winning and losing, and now is a good time for me because the back's against the wall, and it's time now to prove people that we can deliver as a team and as a group, and I can deliver.
Gary, para el partido de mañana contra el Betis, ¿cuáles son las claves para conseguir la victoria?
the simplest thing at the moment would be for us to score first. I think that when we've gone behind, we're always obviously chasing the game. The plan has to change when you go behind in a game. And I think that that's what's happened in league games so far. When we've gone in front, in Copper for instance, in the games that we've had, we've been fine. So I think that that's one thing that I would like to change in the game, but I'm sure Betis are saying exactly the same thing. But that's not a tactic, that's just something that you would like to happen. From my point of view, the game tomorrow is two teams that are maybe not in their best moment. Both need to win. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure that the Betis are looking forward to it as well. I know that my players, the response that I've seen, I've mentioned before, I've not named individuals or I've not named the circumstances, I've seen responses that I would want to see in this type of moment. Not responses that have been brought on by me, or not responses that have been sort of the idea that we all go home and we say, right, enough's enough. That moment of, right, come on, let's go now. And I feel as though tomorrow that's got to be our attitude, let's go.
Vamos con las tres últimas preguntas.
Buenas tardes, Darío Puig, Marca. Mister, después de lo que ocurrió el pasado miércoles en el Camp Nou, ¿hace falta una revolución en su once? ¿Cómo piensa usted? ¿Hay que cambiar muchos jugadores del pasado miércoles al encuentro de mañana contra el Betis?
No, it won't be a revolution. No, that's not the way in which it works. I think looking back at the game against Sporting Gijon and the games before that, we'd actually started to look stronger and far more order in our performances, conceding far fewer chances, looking stronger and fitter. I changed the tactics slightly on Wednesday to repeat what we've done against Barcelona and Real Madrid in the previous two matches. And that's something that I have to reflect on as a coach. So I don't think it's a revolution. I think it's more of, let's perform exactly as we did against Sporting Gijon, against Deportivo for large parts of the match, against Las Palmas, and take our chances. Take our chances, we'll win football matches, and that's what we have to do, is just play as we did against Sporting Gijon, exactly the same game, but take our chances. And it's not revolution, it's fine details that determine football matches. When you look back at the Real Madrid game, we could have won that game in the last 5 minutes. When you look back at the Deportivo game, we could easily have won that game. You look back at the Vallecano game, there's many games that are just determined by fine details, and those fine details have to start going our way now.
Buenas, Pablo Leiva para el diario Levante. Dada la dinámica del equipo y que está costando mucho ganar los partidos, ¿considera posible que la realidad del equipo en el tramo final de temporada sea la lucha por evitar el descenso?
It's not a consideration. It's not something I'm even thinking about. Sorry for the abrupt answer, but it's an abrupt answer because it deserves that, really, in my mind.
Última pregunta. De todas esas llamadas que dice que ha tenido, supongo que habrá habido alguna del dueño del club, de Peter Lim, que le habrá dicho después de aquel partido, ¿qué ha pasado, no? Sorprendido.
No, I've been in contact with numerous people over the last few days. I wasn't referring to Peter or to anybody from the club. I was referring generally to people who I've known for a long time. Yes, I have been in contact with Peter, but from our point of view, the best way to describe it is that I've known this during my career as a player. When there's a hurricane, and there is a hurricane, there is always an eye in the middle of the storm that's calm, and that's how it feels sometimes. You know, I said this to you on Thursday. I said you've got to remain in the eye of the storm because it's very calm in the eye of the storm while the hurricane's blowing outside and the noise is happening. And this is what I believe in football happens a lot. You've got to experience these types of things. I've been through it with numerous teams during my career where there's this storm happening on the outside, but the actual inside is very calm because you have people who are experienced, who've been through this situation time and time again and don't react off the moment, the result. They have a vision and a strategy for the club. My communications director has been here for many years. He's seen many of these moments. And so in moments like this, people like him can be almost a point of calmness because they've seen it, they've been here before. you know, back on the plane from Barcelona, there are some very experienced club legends on there who I can speak to and say, you know, it doesn't happen like it's on the outside. The experience on the outside is very wild, but in the inside it can be very calm because we focus on the work and the job we have to do. And representing this badge in the very, very best manner. I've only been here for a number of weeks, 6-7 weeks, but I feel an affinity to this club, I feel an affinity to this city. I'm a football fan. What I saw on Wednesday night, to me, with those fans waiting here for us, to me, was a positive, because I've never seen passion like that on a group of fans in my life, ever. And I've seen football fans all around the world, and I can only draw inspiration from that they feel like this, because to me that's a positive, even though the moment was very negative.
Vale, bueno.